Welcome back to Trust Your Crazy Idea YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos.
Absolutely perfect!
For today's video, I will take you to a plant tour. As you enter to our residence, this DIY hanging plant decor made from recyclable materials will welcome you to my humble abode. Let's start with my tallest Japanese bamboo. This plant symbolizes good luck by the Japanese people. As it grows indoors, I make it outdoor. Because this exact amount of sunlight make this spotted color on its leaves. Spider mites loves this plant, so it should be monitored regularly. Monthly pruning makes this plant bushy. I suggest cut 1/3 of its stem to make it sprout for new growth. By the way, I grew up with a family living a thrifty lifestyle, so I provided this container to keep the rainwater. You may use for cleaning purposes that might help you lessen your monthly water bill, and most especially, my plants love it. And this is the overview of my first landscape built from unused hollow blocks and recycled concrete decorations. I got this Japanese bamboo over here from a division propagation which I did last 2 months ago. I'm planning this plant to grow them inside. Japanese bamboo might suitable for my living space. In front of it is my snake plant cuttings, which I think I need to repot it because it looks unhappy. Having variegated plants into your garden can makes you feel sensational, like this one. I received this plant without knowing its name. Like, who cares? Look at those leaves. A kind of beauty that you can't resist. If you know this plant, please let me know and put it in the comment box below. This part of landscape, I decided to grow a Pilia microphylla, or they call as rockweed. They are invasive plant because I started to put them on this pot, and now look, they all over the place. I find them very useful because they are good at keeping moisture. Achieving an indoor garden, they might be a primary requirement. On the middle part, I put these 5 young belladonna lilies. I moved them from being potted. As a matter of fact, this plant making it thrive often seems a matter of luck. That's why this plant, seeing starting to grow flowers, makes me delightful. That's my false heather plant, or copea. If you want to attract butterflies in your garden, you must have this plant. They are also great subject when building a landscape. Above of it is my boogie plant, a successful outcome of cuttings. When young, bougainvilleas are fast-growing plants. The next plant is recorded as one of the Philippine medicinal plant. It's Bangkok Calachuchi. This plant loves moist and free-draining pottings. So as you can see, I put rockweed to prevent from drying. Actually, I do need more research on this plant, on how to grow them and to propagate. The next plant I'm gonna show you is under treatment. This week was tough because its body covered with scales, so I was needed to apply the alcohol and brush off the scales. I'm just hoping it's total recovery. Elevating from the ground is a safety choice because, as we all know, succulents and cactuses hates wet feet. Name this plant and put it in the comment box. And that's my another false header. Now let's go upwards. You will see my first successful hanging plant project. First in the row is called pillow plant. This is a hanging plant, which is a fast grower plant. It is an outcome from a cutting propagation. I have also a spider plant, which is one of my favorite easy to grow plant. You can manipulate its shape depend on what type of container or size of container you've chosen. Even though they can survive dry situation, I can almost water them every day. They said that this pillow plant has a pink and violet variations. Regular spraying water or soapy solution can protect them from the attack of spider mites. Seeing this kind of creation motivates me to make more. These plants can grow indoors, so I'm planning to take them inside. If you want to know how to make this kind of hanging plant structure, check the link provided above of this video. And don't forget to leave a word or say something about my idea. Now, let's proceed to the other side of my space. Let's start with my Vietnam rose, or magic flowers. They were moved here like 2 weeks ago. Easy to grow plant. To be followed by my bunch of oregano. Putting in a drum was an idea that I got from Pinterest. Oregano plant can be used for herbal treatment. They are also easy to grow plant and easy to propagate. Third in the row is my 3 years old bougainvillea. As you notice, I put a metal frame to attach its branches. That helps to cover this area from direct sunlight. I'm planning to make drafting with this plant to make it flowers that not just one color. If I get my spare time, I will share how to take care and maintain bougainvilleas. Underneath is an undecided spot for landscape. Then you can see my Bermuda over here and another magic flowers or the Vietnam roses. Next is my other Japanese bamboo, which propagated together with that Japanese bamboo over there. And my snake plant is waving. That's why belladonna lily is an Italian term for beautiful lady, like Look at those flowers in full bloom. Its color pink and almost perfect. But sad to say, when its flower comes wither or fade, you must cut the stem for the incoming new flower takes place. Having this one, it might be the perfect spot for them to grow. In God's time, I might transferring all my belladonna lilies within this area. And this is my snake plant, which can survive during dry season. Somehow, if you put them together in one place, there's a big chance for a new growth. If you want to know more about snake plants, click the link above of this video. The second tire was a plant that just recovered from ants attack, but I'm planning to change or move them to the other safest place. And the third tire is what they call the money tree, which I need more research on how to grow and make them produce flowers. So this is the final look of this area, which soon I will make a real landscape. Now at our main door, you will see this lock bringing Chinese evergreen, or also known as aglaonema, which are the best air purifier because they clean out formaldehyde and benzene from the air. I put them on my repainted clay pot. On the other side, you will see my Monstera deliciosa, which also placed in my DIY repainted pot. I got this plant like 3 months now. My number one tip growing this plant is avoid exposed to direct sunlight. This plant loves moist and free draining pottings. Together with that aglaonema, these plants was previously placed in our bathroom. I moved them here because our house is under renovation. Monsteras likes to be dust free, so you can wipe a clean cloth its leaves to make it happy. Now let's move into my nursery section. This is where I put my seedlings and my propagation outcome. As you can see, I have a lot of snake plant. They were a kind of plant that easy to propagate. Almost 95% were successful. Since they were a new growth, it's good to place them to indirect sunlight. And I water them like twice a week. Then next in the row was my propagated ZZ plant. If you want to know more, free to check the video provided above. Next on the line is my marsh seed box plant, which I got from division method. So if you want to know more, just click the link provided above on this video. Looking at them, I can say so far so good. Next is my oregano plant. Then beneath is the pillow hanging plant. And I have also a American lemon and calamansi. The next plant I'm gonna show you is they called Japanese sago palm. The bigger the size, the bigger the price. I got it from my neighbor. Then eventually, I do research on how to take care and grow a Japanese sago plant. This plant can grow indoors, but I decided to put outdoor because this plant is poisonous. So it's dangerous when eaten by your pets or touched by human. Extra careful is required because this plant covered with thorns, mostly 90%, especially on its leaves, have sharp pointed that can hurt and cause you pain. It can grow bigger if you transfer it into the ground. And this is my mother pillow plant, which I took cuttings. It produces new plant. I water them twice a week. Depends on the weather. During dry season, I mist its leaves for humidity. And you also see a cactus, which I will transfer if I can see a root grow. Another spider plant. And the third plant, they called it blue cebu. At first, I think it's a native photos, but they said it's blue cebu. This is, I consider this is a climbing plant. This plant doesn't require direct sunlight because it can burn its leaves. It can grow indoors, and I'm planning it to propagate soon if I get a spare time. I have also a asparagus fern, which is quite famous here in the Philippines for hanging plants. They grow best at indirect sunshine exposure. Pruning the dead part of this plant, like dead leaves and stems, can make this plant healthy and happy. You can propagate this plant by division method. My hanging plant is not an ideal one because I use a clay pot that has enough weight that can break a rope or a wire in the future. So if making a hanging plant, I suggest that you use the pot that made from net, or as much as possible, the material used must be lightweight. Always remember that overwatering can kill your plants. So that's it for now. This is the end of our plant tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell to be updated for more incoming plant tour and videos. If you got something to say or to share extra more tips on how to care and grow my plants, especially the name of my unknown plants, I will be thankful. Just put your words in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.